Following the release of the No Breeds from Hell special one-shot chapter, I've often found myself wondering whether if there would come a time where the entirety of the Soul Society would collectively turn their back on the leader of the Zero Division, Ichibei Hyosube. We are aware that the Soul Society is a corrupt institution, with them choosing to turn a blind eye on the actions of Mayuri Kurotsuchi and not adequately punishing individuals like Tokinada Tsuneyashiro because of their noble status. However, there is nobody quite like Ichibei Hyosube. He embodies an unrivaled level of deceitfulness. While initially appearing as a kind, gentle-hearted shinigami, the more that you learn about this individual and his true nature, the more contempt that you feel towards him. This is all credited to Kubo in the way that he writes Ichibei as a character and how he subtly introduces a villainous side to him. The most eye-opening insights are revealed about Ichibei within the Can't Fear Unworld light novels, where we find out about his wicked intentions for Ichigo. Now, with the Hell arc of Bleach hopefully in the not too distant future, I want to speculate and theorize on the role that Ichibei will play in the upcoming Hell arc. I'll be discussing all of the possibilities of Ichibei playing a villainous role during the Hell arc. This is a story arc which discusses the balance of reality and how the scales are tipping, and as a result, Hell is being opened from the inside. There is something clearly wrong with the stability of the three realms of the world of the living, Hueco Mundo, and the Soul Society. And considering the fact that one of Ichibei's main responsibilities is watching over the Soul King and maintaining the balance of the worlds, I believe that Kubo will give him a very important role to play during this upcoming arc. We are aware that the Soul Society has a history which spans over 1 million years. Ichibei was alive during this time, so he most certainly has more knowledge about the realm of Hell than anybody else within Bleach. Now, I want all of you to stick around until the very end of this video, because I'll be talking about Ichibei's connection with Kazui Kurosaki and the strange powers that he exhibits during the one-shot chapter. I'll also be analyzing a key conversation that Ichibei has with Uetsu Nimaya during the Can't Fear Unworld light novels, as it helps us to better understand Ichibei's ultimate goal of maintaining balance within the realms. So without further delay, here is my video speculating on the role that Ichibei will play in the Hell arc. Discover the Undead Collection and be amongst the very first to join us on our journey over at getsuga.com. The Bleach one-shot chapter No Breeds from Hell released almost 3 years ago in August of 2021. This very short bonus chapter, which commemorates the 20th anniversary of Bleach, takes place 12 years after the end of the 1000-Year Blood War arc, as we catch up with some old and familiar characters as well as a few new characters too. The one-shot chapter centers around the members of the Gotei 13 gathering to perform a Konso Reisei, or in other words, the soul burial ceremony ritual. This involves sacrificing hollows in front of the graves of deceased captains. Before too long, we learn about how Ichigo and Orihime's son Kazui Kurosaki is in fact a central figure to this story, because shockingly, this child is revealed to be able to open portals to the realm of Hell, and even more disturbingly, he has mistakenly been sending souls to Hell instead of the Soul Society. The one-shot chapter also sees the return of characters like Xyle Aparo Granz, the former 8th Espada. We learn that he has escaped the confines of Hell, and this is because powerful captain-class shinigami like Yamamoto, Unohana, and Ukitake are in fact being sent to Hell, which is the reason why it is becoming harder for the gates of Hell to remain closed, because their deaths have caused a massive imbalance of spiritual pressure. As Shunsui explains, a shinigami's body is made up of reishi or spirit particles. When a shinigami dies, their body turns back into reishi and it returns to the earth of the Soul Society. However, captain class individuals who have a Rei grade of 3 or higher cannot return to the earth of the Soul Society because their Reiatsu concentration is too high. Therefore, the true purpose of the Konso Reisei is to send the deceased captains to Hell. Xyle Aparo Granz points out that this is the shocking price that the captains of the Gotei 13 pay for gaining immense strength and power. I think that Ichibei will have a very important role to play during the upcoming Hell arc, because he was around over 1 million years ago when the primordial Bleach world was split into the three realms of Mundo, the Soul Society, and the world of the living. Ichibei had also assisted the ancestors of the five great noble families in their plan to capture and mutilate the Soul King in order to create this three-world reality where life and death have been separated. In a conversation between Ichibei and Uetsu Nimaya within volume 3 of the Can't Fear Unworld light novels, Nimaya points out that Ichibei is able to see everything that goes on in the world due to his rank as a high priest. When Nimaya further remarks about the trouble being caused by Tokinada Tsuneyashiro and Aura Michibane, Ichibei casually shrugs off his concerns. Ichibei, in his own words, states that the role of the Zero Division is to ensure that the world continues on the way that it always has, irrespective of who is ruling over the world at any given time, because it's not as if the foundations of all of creation will be altered if the rule of Mundo, the Soul Society, or the human world is changed suddenly. Reading between the lines here, we can see that Ichibei is not bothered about who rules over the three different worlds. He perceives the rulers of these worlds as transient. Their comings and goings are insignificant within the grand scheme of creation. His primary alliance lies with the ancestors of the five great noble families. Ichibei does state that while he does not like to intervene in the world below, he does however like the current Gotei 13 and the state of the world of the living. When it comes to maintaining the balance, the No Breeds from Hell one-shot chapter established one fact, that the fragile balance between hell and the outside world has been disrupted. This in fact threatens all of creation, because it effectively means that the world of the living, which is a lid that was placed on top of the realm of hell, can no longer contain it, and hell is now spilling over into the human world. How will Ichibei react to this news that hell has now become an unstable realm? How will he react if he becomes aware that Kazui is opening portals to hell? I do wonder whether if Ichibei will take an active or a passive role here within the story. It makes me wonder questions like, if Ichibei got involved, will he force the Gotei 13 to battle against the deceased captains who were sent to hell? What actions will Ichibei take in order to restore the balance between hell and the other realms? When we read volume 3 of the Can't Fear Unworld light novels, we gain so much more insight into the history and creation of the Soul King, as well as the three realms. This story of how Bleach's realms were created is revealed to us by none other than Ichibei himself. Ichibei is quite a special individual. He was among several other individuals who appeared at the same time that the Soul King was formed. These others include the ancestors of the five great noble families, who were all extremely powerful in their own right. We are aware that hell had existed within the primordial world of Bleach, before the Soul King was mutilated and reality was separated into the three realms. Now, one of the reasons that the human world was in fact created was to serve as a lid to seal off hell from all of the other realms. Considering the fact that Ichibei is the oldest living shinigami in history, it is highly unlikely that he is going to be revealing some unknown mysteries about the realm of hell to us. But I am certain that for whatever reason, he will also be deliberately concealing some important information from the Gotei 13. This will be similar to how he encourages Ichigo to go and battle against Yhwach, knowing full well that he will be unable to beat him. He had deliberately kept quiet about this for his own sinister motives. I believe that Ichibei's evil personality is definitely going to shine through again in a similar manner during the Hell arc. The key issue is that there is an imbalance in Reiatsu, so I wonder if Ichibei will promote this idea of releasing some denizens of hell. Maybe he will advocate for the original Gotei 13 captains who have been sent to hell to be released back into the Soul Society. On the other end of the spectrum, he may try to convince members of the Gotei 13 to sacrifice some of their most powerful shinigami for the purposes of restoring this imbalance of Reiatsu. I honestly think that this role would fit perfectly with Ichibei's sinister and deceptively cheerful personality. We really get to see this dark side of Ichibei during his battle against Yhwach, where he develops this very sadistic smile and his eyes turn completely white as he prepares to annihilate Yuha. One of Ichibei's main responsibilities is to protect the Soul King. The Can't Fear Unworld light novels helps us to reveal that the true goal of Ichibei is to be subservient to the will of the ancestors of the five great noble families. He wishes to maintain the balance of souls between the human world and and the Soul Society. We are aware that following the events of the 1000-year Blood War arc, the remnants of Yhwach were used to replace the Soul King. Additionally, Aizen with his incredibly powerful Reiatsu was once again sent down to Muken. The way that the cycle of souls has been constructed, the combined Reiatsu of the Soul Society, Wakamundo, and the living world offsets the Reiatsu from Hell. This was in conjunction with the powerful Reiatsu of both Aizen and Yuha. But now that Aizen is imprisoned and Yuha's spiritual pressure disappeared about 10 years later, there is nothing to prevent an imbalance from occurring. We could argue that Kazui Kurosaki opening the gates to Hell is further contributing to this imbalance by sending more souls to Hell. I believe that Ichibei may be forced to seal away Kazui's powers in order to prevent the boy from opening any more gates to Hell. There is every chance that Ichibei may use his Zanpakuto Ichimonji in order to erase Kazui's powers. In episode 24 of the 1000-year Blood War arc anime, we saw how Ichibei had sealed away Yhwach's almighty by sacrificing the left arm of the Soul King. So it is very possible for Ichibei to take away Kazui's powers. As the leader of the Zero Division, he is one of the most powerful characters within Bleach. If you remember, he single-handedly faces off against Yhwach, and he actually gets pretty close to defeating him. So I'm super interested to see what Ichibei will do during the Hell arc, and if we will find him facing off against characters like the former captains of the original Gotei 13, who I'm presuming have spent hundreds of years in Hell and have developed enough of a vendetta against Ichibei and the system that he stands for an epic battle between Ichibei and the original Gotei 13 maybe. Disregarding the 4th Bleach movie Hellverse, very little is known about the canon realm of Hell. We don't know who rules over Hell and how the realm is actually structured. I firmly believe that details about Hell will be revealed to us by individuals in the know like Ichibei. I really look forward to seeing what Kubo does with Ichibei's character in the upcoming Hell arc. Some key details about Ichibei's treacherous nature is highlighted within the Can't Fear Your Own World light novels, and it's for this reason that I highly encourage everybody who hasn't read these light novels to check them out. Hopefully this video has helped you to better understand Ichibei's character, as well as the kind of role that he will be playing in the future of the Bleach story. We've now reached the point of the video where I want to hand over the discussion to all of you. What are you expecting from the upcoming Hell arc of the Bleach manga? Do you think that Ichibei will play a significant role within the story, considering all of the sinister, shady details that we know about his character? Do you think that the threat established within the No Breeds from Hell one-shot chapter is big enough for the Zero Division to now get involved? I definitely look forward to reading about all of your thoughts, so definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. And lastly, thanks for making it to the end of this video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next Bleach video. A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.